Hi, this is Trey from Straight Ahead Samples. I want to do a quick video on Tenor Colossus showing how to use the scoops and falls in some of your phrases to add some realism. When we think about scoops especially, and falls are, very idiomatic for tenor saxophone and all the saxophones. They play them quite often, and while you can overdo it in your productions, adding some scoops and falls and bends and stuff in little places can really add realism. So I just wanted to maybe play a phrase, and then we can mess around with adding a few quick articulation changes to bring some of that realism to life. So I've got Tenor Colossus loaded here. So I'll play kind of like a bluesy thing here. Let's see. Okay, real simple and basic. I'm going to quantize this just so we can... Okay, let's hear it with the smart delay on with no edits, just regular. That's pretty good. I want to record the mod wheel because I forgot to. So we'll add that in there. You can see here a few of these are a little short. So sometimes if the notes are too short, you'll hear that disconnected da 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 da. But we want to just make sure they're nice and long. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. With smart delay on, no changes. Sounds pretty real. But if we, the most obvious thing to add would be, a fall here. So you can see in this area, it's showing the fall articulation is A flat. So if I was to put an A flat in here and maybe at the end of this phrase. So that's nice. That tends to be the way we think of using falls in general at the end of a phrase, this kind of long thing. But we actually recorded, for all our new standard instruments, we recorded falls in the middle of a phrase. So connected notes that have a little fall, a little bend to them in the middle of playing. So you can add them kind of anywhere in the middle of a phrase, and they can bring the phrase to life. So I think if I add one here and here, on those longer notes, just a little bit of something. Let's hear. Yeah, so you can hear it kind of, he played kind of a bend into it and then a fall. So that's a really nice, just, small change. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it really does, bring the realism there. I probably would add one also. That right there, at the end of this, at the top of this phrase. See, that just adds a nice little kind of shape to the note. So that's falls. I mean, don't be afraid to use them and try to just insert them, audition those articulations in the middle of a phrase. When you have a longer note, sometimes it's nice to give it a little shape. The next thing would be scoops. So the obvious thing you can do is just play, if I'm in real time and I'm just those kind of like almost grace notes. So I would add those a fair amount actually. So if I, on this very top note, if I was to give it a little something, and the cool thing is these are actually recorded. If you add a really short note in there, it's getting a very short recording somewhere where they played basically like a grace note. So let's hear what that sounds like. So that's very idiomatic. I think I would make this note short. Oftentimes, right before an accented note or a leap like that, they're going to play the note before it's short. So that sounds a lot better, actually. Small little things. And then you can use the scoop articulation as well. So that would be B flat. If I have a B flat, I'm thinking maybe on this longer note. Oops, I lost. I think on this. So it kind of bend into it. Let's see. Yeah. Didn't do it, didn't did it. So that's more of a bend, not really a grace note, like just a little bend, a lip up. So let's listen to the whole thing. Added some falls in the middle, falls at the end, a played scoop or grace note, and then an articulation scoop. Let's check it out. So that sounds really good to me. So I think you can see, trying to audition some falls and scoops, not only at the ends and the beginning of phrases, but in the middle of phrases, connected notes with little falls and bends in them can really add some realism. So I hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.